Chapter 20, The Magic of Color. My ex-classmate Catherine asked me for a meeting, since something bad had been happening in all areas of her life, and, as a result, she got a depression, so Catherine was sitting opposite, all in black. Any color has a continuous impact on one's physical and mental state. The color of clothing, like the color design of the interior, says much more about a person than he does about himself. People, as a rule, don't think about the essence of a particular color. The choice occurs on a subconscious level and means one's hidden need for energy corresponding to some color, or rejection of it if we avoid a certain color. Why are you in black? I asked. It happened somehow, and what does black mean? You don't know where to go, it's a pause between two periods of life. In the East, black, oddly enough, symbolizes winter. You put your thoughts in order, delve into yourself, concentrate on your problems, try to solve them. You have withdrawn into yourself, keeping distance, isolating yourself from the outside world. You don't want to communicate. If someone invites you to a party now, you will refuse, and in vain. Black clothing increases depression, it's suitable for solitude and seclusion. By the way, do you know who chooses black in their clothes, besides the monks who purposefully wear black, sadists and masochists? I don't think you are a sadist, why be a masochist? Concentrate on the light. Think about the good, and you will definitely attract them. I wear black on rare occasions, although there was a period when my wardrobe had no other color. However, it was a long time ago when my mother died. They thought I wore black in mourning, but the subconscious chose it so that I could survive her death. Black protects from external influences. The terrible year was over, and the color scheme changed. What color did you choose next? Not me, the subconscious. Dark blue, or indigo. It's close to black, but it opens the doors to the outside world. Dark blue also indicates deep thought, attention and self-absorption, but it provides will and confidence, strength of character, courage, gives awareness of one's own strengths. You set a goal and go towards it. Dark blue is the color of faith and hope, a symbol of eternity. It connects the present with the past and the future, like a bridge. It stimulates the functioning of one's brain and imagination, favorable for creativity and any earthly work, promotes career advancement. With what do you associate dark blue? With water, well, with the sky too. In the East, it's a symbol of the depths of the sea and the heights of heavens, of mystery and immersion in meditation. The color of the deity Shiva Shakti is half male, half female. Dark blue represents the unity of two principles. It's the color of the sixth chakra, which is located between the eyebrows, the center of wisdom, intelligence and intuition. The color stimulates the third eye and develops psychic abilities. My first dark blue happened when I was 13 years old and I went to the church school, so guess my last dark blue. It was when you were painting the girl with the moon cat, right? All those paintings were dark blue. It's no coincidence, I painted them after Ram's seminar. Wearing dark blue, don't forget that it reduces your appetite. Dark blue color slows down any biological processes in the body and makes one calm. It's good to use blue in bedroom decoration. Many people make baths in blue tones, but blue is a cold color. Despite the influence of the moon, I am still a person of the fire element, so I have orange in my bath for balance. Is light blue the same as dark blue? Light blue is softer, more romantic. It sets you up to dream of the sublime and distant, like heavens. People who prefer this shade of blue tend to be open. It's important for them to be understood. This is the color of harmony and tranquility. It can mean a sophisticated soul, tenderness, elegance and delicacy. The fifth chakra, called clean, is light blue. Located in the throat, the thyroid gland area, it's responsible for one's speech and creative self-expression, revealing hidden talents. But you are not in the blue period anymore, are you, Alice? Don't you see it yourself? I looked at my clothes. Violet came to me after dark blue, both in childhood and now. Note that violet is close to dark blue, just as dark blue is close to black. It increases creative activity, but it's the color of spirituality, sophisticated feelings and relationships. It helps you relate to everything that surrounds you, both people and the world in general, with a light heart, to look at what is happening from the outside. Not indifferently, but as if from somewhere in heavens. I call that the fourth level of view. The first is when you look at the situation with your own eyes. The second is looking with the eyes of the interlocutor. The third is looking from the outside but still on earth, and the fourth is looking from there, I mean another reality. Although the violet color itself carries a lot of contradictions in terms of feelings and desires, it can throw a person to extremes. This color tests everyone in which direction one leans, towards the forces of darkness or light. Violet also improves immunity, regulates metabolism and promotes the production of the hormone of happiness in the body. Keep in mind that violet has a lot of shades, light and pale ones carry something fragile and romantic, while dark ones carry strength, royalty and even tragedy. It turns out that dark blue comes out of black, as violet does out of dark blue. You were flowing from one color to another, right? Dark blue does not come out of black. I made such an intuitive transition subconsciously. Everyone has their own way. By the way, a mystical story happened to me, just at the junction of the last dark blue with the violet one. Does it have to do with that man who was not? With a book dedicated to him. I like mysticism, Alice, tell me. I wrote 2 books for him. One was in the dark blue time, the second, at the moment of transition to the violet. The first cover was dark blue. I wanted the cover of the second book to be the same color, but with another painting of the girl with the moon cat series. Paintings made by mixing blue and white colors produce an impure background, which can cause color rendering problems when printed. To be 100% sure of the dark blue color, I made an analog in a computer program, setting the parameters for a pure dark blue background. I sent the files to the publisher and asked to double-check it. They confirmed that there would be no problems with the cover, the background parameters were set correctly. Imagine my surprise when I received the book with a violet cover. So what did you do, Alice? I laughed. It was a sign from heavens that I had entered the violet stage. What chakra is violet? The 7th one, with 1,000 petals. It is located outside the body, above the crown. The Kundalini energy connects with pure consciousness there, causing enlightenment and awareness of divinity. Wow, you have gone so far, it's truly breathtaking. I still have to crawl and crawl to get to violet through all the rainbow colors. I like rainbow, divine harmony is manifested in it. It contains the colors of all our chakras, from the lowest to the highest, as well as the colors of all our bodies, from the earthly to the heavenly. The best way is to surround yourself with each color a little or alternately, without getting hung up on any one. For example, today you are in red, tomorrow you are in orange, then in yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet and so on, or combine primary colors with complementary ones. Did you have times of other colors, or are you always within these 3? Of course, I had orange for a long time, then a little of green and brown. Other colors were present in my life as touches. I remember your orange, Alice, you have a lot of it at home. Orange, like yellow, reminds me of the sun, active, not aggressive, but very energetic, warm color, juicy, like the fruit. Orange inspires optimism, cheers up, tunes into positive, makes you sociable, energizes, stimulates movement. A person in orange has originality and non-standard vision, including in the area of thinking, which can lead to self-centricity. The orange state is similar to an approaching explosion of emotions, passion. Small elements in clothing or interior are enough for orange to work. It's the color of the 2nd chakra, abode of self, which personifies the sensory world of a human, including earthly love. Orange is close to red, but you passed it by. Why, Alice? It's also fiery. That is, your color. Red is associated with fire, symbolizes the active principle of yang. It's the color of leaders, gives energy and determination, creates a mood for victory, attracts the attention of others, means passion, glory and power, sometimes even aggression. A dangerous color. Do you remember the colors of the traffic lights? What is red associated with? Stop. Exactly, although in China, red is considered a symbol of longevity. I have heard they sew red wedding dresses. In flats, like any other warm color, it's good to use red in the rooms where there is a lack of heat. It also improves blood circulation and increases blood pressure, stimulates mental and physical activity, but at the same time it negatively affects the nervous system and leads to overstrain, so you can't constantly stay in red. Imagine you are always in a room where the walls, floor and ceiling are red, and there are no windows or doors. You will go crazy. I agree, red is only periodically, according to the mood. What chakra is it? The very first one, the repository of Kundalini energy. The 1st chakra is responsible for one's connection with the earthly reality. That is exactly what I am missing, as well as the earthly love. So do I need orange and red? Try pink first. They say it affects men like a boa constrictor affects rabbits. I smiled. To look at the world through rose-colored glasses. Pink smells like childhood. My friend after the birth of her daughter told me, we urgently need to buy her pink blouses. I think she will buy not only pink blouses, but also pink rompers, dresses, shoes, toys, and the world around will turn pink. Pink is installed into the subconscious, like a program. It means the feminine principle and everything connected with it. Softness, tenderness, sensuality. People in pink tend to be followers, not leaders. This is exactly what men need from women. Pink is the most sensual color, it's also the color of love. If you show up in pink for a job interview, you will probably get rejected, but walk the streets dressed in pink. I can't imagine myself in pink, Catherine was horrified. If you want love, fall into pink, but as I told you, I had no pink, even as a child. My parents wanted to give birth to a boy, the doctors promised my mother a boy, they called me a male name, dressed me in trousers, cut my hair short. Unconsciously, they installed a program in me with no pink color initially. I prefer the raspberry one. They say this color often brings money and stability. During the happiest period of my life, crimson-colored clothes predominated in my wardrobe. Don't you have anything pink, Alice? Very little, for the mood. Wait, you say you had orange, green and brown times. Why did you bypass yellow? Yellow is close to orange in their meaning and energy. It symbolizes abundance and health, promotes communication, and strengthens the immune system. Those who prefer yellow are considered to be alien by some people. They are predisposed to creativity, impractical in everyday life, fond of dreaming. They live in the future. A person dressed in rich yellow lacks hope for a bright tomorrow and self-confidence. A person in light yellow strives for communication. The category of yellow and its shades includes also golden color, the color of purification and healing. It awakens intuition and promotes wise decisions. I prefer beige tones, since rich yellow involuntarily evokes negative associations in me. Perhaps in childhood someone said that yellow flowers were a symbol of dislike and separation. In the East, yellow is revered. In India it's a sacred color. Girls used to wear yellow dresses at weddings. In the West, the yellow traffic light is a warning of danger. People call the places where those unlike themselves live as yellow houses. I read somewhere that the color of Judas' clothing was yellow. I don't remember that personally, do you? Do you mean, whether I know what the Bible says about this? No. Whether you know this not from the Bible, all information is stored in the air and inside you. I can neither recall it nor read about it there, I just thought maybe you. Sometimes I want to write down your phrases. Okay, Alice, God be with him. With Judas are yellow and orange the colors of the same chakra. No. Yellow is the color of the third chakra. It's located in the solar plexus area, symbolizes physical strength and at the same time is a source of spiritual strength. It's good to grow lotus there, exactly lotus, look, I have it already grown up. It's blooming like a big, big flower, and its petals go beyond the boundaries of my physical body. Catherine looked incredulously at my solar plexus area. Does not lotus bother you there? Why, Catherine, it's great, I laughed. I periodically look at lotus, checking if everything is okay with it, if it has decreased in diameter, if the petals have faded. What for, Alice? Lotus prompts where and what is wrong. It's an indicator of human health, both spiritual and physical. The larger the flower, the brighter its light, the better. If something hurts, apply the petal to the sore spot, but you should constantly talk to your lotus, take care of it mentally and fill it with divine love. Listen, honestly, I'm unlikely to succeed. I even forget to water the flowers at home. The main thing is that you know about it now, and you can do as you wish. Every moment of life, everyone makes a certain choice that determines their movement in the space of options. You are always in motion. Your every step, every word, thought, deed, as well as their absence, is a movement to the right, left, forward or backward. I took a napkin and drew a bold dot below. This is the point you were an hour before our meeting. I depicted several rays diverging from the point in different directions upward to create the spokes of an open fan. You had a choice to meet me or not. Well, theoretically, yes. One of the rays means to come here, and the second means not. You came and we met. I marked the next point on the ray and drew several more rays fanning upward, but from that point. These are options for whether you ask me about colors, whether you tell me what's happening at work. Let's say you asked, at that moment another fan opened up, so you are sliding up some of the rays again. Another fan will open again, when you decide to go on wearing black or choose clothes of a different color. There are many colors for you to choose, so for example, walking down the street in pink, you will meet a man tomorrow. Another choice from the next point, whether you will smile sweetly at him or send him in the middle of nowhere. The napkin was already scribbled. It definitely showed many options for the development of events while moving in the space of options. Not only global decisions, such as entering college or changing your place of residence, are a step that determines your future. You create your life every moment completely imperceptibly to yourself and those around you, gradually moving to the left or to the right of the place where you were a moment before. If you choose non-standard steps, you will get more chances of quickly moving to another option of life. You talk about it so simply, but in fact, you will forget to ask me about the colors we have passed by, green and brown. Green is the color of grass, the color of summer, but few people wear green clothes. Yes, because green speaks of stability, and most people don't have it. Green is the color of hope, an indicator of harmony, symbolizes the energy of nature, life, growth. It uplifts, balances, invigorates, adds strength and restores energy balance, calms the nervous system. Green color is well suited for relaxation and various cultural events. You can go in green clothes to an exhibition or to the theater. It's interesting that people dressed in green are perceived as wise advisors. It's easier for you to convince people that you are right if you are wearing green. People who prefer green are vulnerable, awkward and even clumsy in some ways. However, being soft, they have sufficient flexibility and diplomacy. I have almost no green clothes, but I like to look at green in nature. It has a positive effect on earthly vision, with which I am not very friendly. It's interesting that green can be warm or cool, depending on the color next to it, so with warm colors it's warm, with cold ones it's cold. Does it have its own chakra? Yes. It's located in the area of the heart, personifying purity and innocence. The center of divine love, that is, unconditional love for the whole world, the point of balance between male and female energies. You seem to have already said about all the chakras, but there are still colors left. Not in the rainbow, but we have 3 more colors, such as brown, gray and white. I won't tell you anything interesting about them. Brown is the color of conservatism. It grounds a person, immersing in the whirlwind and bustle of everyday life. Gray means boredom, routine, formlessness, sometimes fear and even hidden anger. People who are pedantic and neat often wear gray. I like the silver color as that of my fox. During meditation I saw a silver-colored flow pouring onto me in the monastery from somewhere above. Yes, Alice, I remember you told me. Does white mean purity? A symbol of renewal, the beginning of a new stage, from scratch. Should I step straight to white after black? You should feel yourself what is best for you. There is no one recipe for everyone. Everyone has their own, because everyone has their own path. There are many smart books about the colors, as well as about the best way to arrange one's earthly home in terms of color, but everyone is unique and lives in their own context. In the West, white is the embodiment of purity and light. Brides usually wear white dresses at weddings. Meanwhile in the East, white is a symbol of death. Don't overstep yourself, listen to your inner voice. Your soul is the best advisor.